Okay, so if you're paying attention for the past few weeks, I am trapped in a Green Lantern ring. Basically, for this month, it's been very uncomfortable thanks to that evil version of me. Now, it's not so bad. Besides the uncomfortable space, there's stuff to do in the ring. It's not good stuff. Countdown comics, ugh, and ve- and very bad YouTube videos. People who think they know what they're talking about, but end up sounding like complete and utter idiots. And for those who know what I'm talking about, yeah, those kind of videos. Sigh. Fortunately, I think I figured out a way to get out of this ring. All I gotta do is trick my evil half to. Oh shit! Here he comes. Viva, I wanna be mad. I wanna be young. Hello and welcome once again. I'm your host, the Evil Comic Geek, and we are going to catch up to what we missed because I was at an animation festival and it was awesome. All right, first up off the bat is Black Hand. Now for Black Hand, if you're a fan of zombies and you are a fan of Black Hand, it's actually not bad. Even if you're not a fan of this, it's easy to get into. Well, not exactly that easy, but if you're not like a comic book fan but a zombie fan, this is actually a must read because it's actually not that bad for a zombie comic. Although, uh, I do love the fact that it will probably lead into a future Green Lantern story. I hope, but I wouldn't hold my breath for too long. Although, it might be a much better read if you've been reading comics like Blackest Night just to get the idea. So yeah. So Black Hand issue 1. Yeah. All right. Next up, and surprisingly, I thought this was. I'm gonna say this. I thought this was a bad. I thought this would be a bad comic. Turns out I was wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. Oddly enough, this is actually a really good comic for a series that I've actually had high hopes since I first collected issue 1. For Wonder Woman, we have the Cheetah. And weirdly enough, the only time we ever heard of seen DC's New 52 Cheetah is from the Justice League, which is it's okay. This is actually much better. Even though it does not have Wonder Woman, well, okay, flashbacks of Wonder Woman it does have that. It really should put more of a backstory to Cheetah, and also we see who they said we get our the new version of Manhunter, and he's amazing. I know, weird, right? And I love the fact what Cheetah what she does once she breaks free from Belle Rev and before she joins the secret society, she sells some loose ends, so to speak. Other than that, if you can find this, pick this up. It is a fun read. I can't stress that enough. If you're not a fan of Cheetah, you'll be a fan from reading this. That's the weirdest thing. From this and anything with the Wonder Woman title, it is weird because you will not. There was no bad issue in the bunch. Weird, I know. All right, next, Dial E. It's really weird because this is not really a Justice League comic. If you haven't read, it's part of a series that only lasted 16 issues. I say 16 because I'm including issue 0, called Dial H. Now, Dial H was basically random guy finds a dial, just types it in the letter form for hero and transforms into the weirdest bunch of heroes you've ever seen. So it's not really a Justice League book. It's very confusing that way. This is more of a Dial H book. So if you have been reading Dial H,
It's a fun read seeing all these wacky new villains. Personally, my favorite wackiest one is called Wet Blanket. Also, weirdly enough, there's an evil version of the character from Little Big Planet. Weird. uh, Still, if you haven't read Dial H, it's a fun read. If not, it's skippable. You wouldn't miss out much. Although, if you haven't picked this up, but you are fans of Dial H, it's written by the same guy, so it's still a fun read, and also you get to see a new version of Rescue Jack. And for those who know what I'm talking about, yeah, you know how excited I am. Alright, next up, Lex Luthor. And weirdly enough, I is actually one of the better ones. It actually shows, like, it kind of connects how where Lex Luthor's in jail and had all those scars on half his face, being kind of like Two-Face, weirdly enough. Um, and how in Forever Evil he has no scars at all. Well, this actually quite explains it. Also, kind of what he does. Also explains what he does while Superman's away. And I actually like how egotistical and narcissist he is about himself. It's if you're a fan of Superman or you've heard of these of Lex Luthor, pick this up. You get to see how evil and a dick Lex Luthor is. This is actually quite a fun read. All right, next up, and uh, some for some who okay. Before I even begin, like a year ago, or maybe less than that, actually. Yeah, maybe you can correct. I'm probably wrong when I'm saying this. On how long it was. There was a story arc from for Superman, Supergirl, and Superboy called and I think I'm pronouncing this horribly wrong. Hell on Earth. The reason I say it is because it's an H at the beginning of the word before saying L. So I know it's supposed to be like a going Hell on Earth, but I'm like, making it sound like a Kryptonian name. So would I say L or just HL? I'm confused here, DC. Make up your mind. Let us know how you pronounce things. God. Uh, but yeah, if you've read Hell on Earth, this is a continuation on that. If you haven't, it's gonna be really confusing for a one shot. Yeah, it's Hell. Yeah, I know. That stupid shit right there between the H and the E it's throwing me off. Maybe others too. I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone about that. No, but okay, I'm gonna just spoil Hell on Earth for you. It's basically the bad guy Hell. You know what? I'm just gonna call him that. You can correct me if you want. I would love to hear your responses, but no. Anyway, Hell basically he had this evil plan to basically go back in time to save Krypton. I know time travel, right? Nothing bad's gonna happen with time travel. No, but with oh man, no, but basically how time travel he has to destroy the Earth, which is not normally how time travel works, but okay. And basically, his plan does work, but the Earth is still safe. So he succeeded and failed. It's like Vlad Plasmians. Danny Phantom goes, even in success, you still fail. Yeah, no, pretty much that. I do like this though from it because I have read Hell, well, mostly the Superman parts. I might as well have to hunt down Supergirl and Superboy parts. But you can pretty much get the gist if you just pick up any. No, well, mostly if you just pick up the Superman one, yeah, you pretty much get the gist of it, even if you are missing parts. Weird. I do like the fact that for here, it always cheesed me off a little bit. Wait, Jor-El sent this Joker out in space right before he sent his son to Earth. What gives? Now here you get to find out like he like it's basically Hal basically like just throws the laws of time travel out the window, and basically because he with his powers he has more powers than Superman. How weird is that? I know it's weird. It's oh god. Superman, well, not Superman actually. No, Superman's dad Jor-El is trying to figure out who Hel-El is because he got sent far back that no one like before the ever thought of anything like Krypton's going to explode or something like that. Here you can see Jor-El. He's young. He's like, I'm young and smart, but I'm still a noob and whatnot. And like Zod is not as evil. Is not evil yet. That are parts I liked about the whole like those old like the flashbacks of Krypton. Here is basically you might end up liking this character because he finds out that his entire existence was a lie. Yeah, I'm sorry for spoiling this for you because you could probably end up skipping this anyway. Yeah, his Hel-El's existence total lie. Found out he was just basically all the DNA experiments, basically. That Jor-El put into a rocket for space science. Let's put it like that. And basically, because of space and science, it basically formed Hel-El. Even says like even the rocket he was in was called Hope in the House of El, and basically because all the years some letters got shipped off, so that's how he got his crappy ass name. Oh man, who ever thought of getting a name for seeing like a half lit up sign? It's funny actually when you think about it. But here's the good part about this, because like I said earlier, he throws all the laws of time travel out the window by basically waking up, going on a rampage, and murdering Zod and Jor-El. Yeah, they're dead. So yeah, I like to see how they get how Superman fixes this one. So there's another huge story arc. Oh God, why with all the crossovers? Is a bit of like Superman, Supergirl, Superboy going back saying Kryptons exist now. I like to see how they fix that because that's exciting. Also, because hell, just create a paradox and this is the kind of crap you'd see on Doctor Who, which I actually find hilariously brilliant, by the way. But if you're not interested, this is still skippable. So, like, if you are, like, more like if you're interested from what you just heard just now. So, yeah. All right. Next up, and this is actually a really good one. I thought it was actually bad, but that's just my biased opinion. Penguin. Now, for the Penguin, I'm a bit surprised. I kind of like this because, the reason I'm a bit biased is because I haven't read a lot of Penguin stories. I really should. I really should because some of the Penguin stories I have read, I was not disappointed. Hell, I like the Penguin from the Batman Returns movie. Yeah. Anyway, I like the fact how Penguin gets his way. He's a murdering psychopath who basically, if you screw with Penguin, he will screw you back in more ways than once till Wednesday. even to his friends who end up becoming former friends and telling Penguins like, "Get out of town, Gotham's mine now." I'm like, oh god, he's getting back at people. It's like, yeah, don't fuck with Penguin. Sorry, language. Don't mess with Penguin. I'm serious here. He's just the kind of guy you do not want to mess. Which actually makes him one of the better Batman villains of all time. I hope to see more Penguin stories. Just seeing Penguin and his iceberg casino just basically running Gotham to the ground. I just love to see it. Like, I hope they continue that more. This is a must-read for all Batman fans, so you can find it, pick it up, you'll not be disappointed. Alright. Here, like, from my previous episodes, you see me, like, review the Grodd issue, and that's actually going to lead up to a mini series for that's a tie-in to Forever Evil. Here's the other comic that's part of that mini series, The Rogues. Now, for those of you who are not a fan of the Flash, the Rogues are basically just the Flash's Rogues gallery. Basically forming into a team, and most of them are just basically blue, sorry, no, let me just rephrase that. They're basically just honorable thieves. Weirdly enough, they're not like it's not like the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, where someone would end up screwing the other guy over just for laughs and giggles. And here you get to see them like they do treat them like an actual team. Like even if they kick them out, they bring those members back in because they actually have this honorable code of honor. Sorry, that sounded stupid. Sorry, like this code of honor, where basically no rogue gets left behind, and they basically rob honorably. It's like if they're robbing a bank, they make sure nobody gets hurt, which is if you've been reading comics, if you know what a general supervillain is, that's kind of a weird concept when you think about it. Also, this is actually still a fun read. Even if you haven't read the Grodd issue, you can instantly read this and get who all the characters are. And that is also connected to Forever Evil. It's a must-read, I have to say. I don't want to spoil too much, who leaves, who gets brought back on the team. All I have to say is it's connected to the miniseries Forever Evil, The Rogues Rebellion. Where basically, to me, it's kind of okay, they're against the secret society because of what Grodd did to their cities. If you've read the Grodd issue, you know why. So basically it shows that not every villain is going I want to rule the world. No, I just want to just earn lots of money and just retire early. So this is actually a fun prologue to see what's for that miniseries, which that may be reviewed sometime in the future. Now, last, but certainly not least, the Scarecrow. Now, the Scarecrow, it kind of like Grodd and the Rogues, it's leading up towards a miniseries. Scarecrow does not lead to Rogues Rebellion. No, it pretty much leads to another miniseries called Forever Evil. Arkham War. You know what? Chances are I've got the title wrong. But basically, the miniseries sounds like to me Civil War, but with supervillains instead of superheroes. Okay, narrowing that down, the Batman supervillains instead of just the Marvel superheroes. So basically, Scarecrow is basically going around section upon section of Gotham, which apparently got divided up by Penguin, saying who gets Gotham. Penguin's the mayor. There's a section that belongs to Poison Ivy, a section that belongs to Mr. Freeze, and oddly enough, the library now belongs to Riddler. I feel like he got gypped, but Batman villains are crazy, are cray-cray. No, but it kind of leads up to basically Scarecrow realizes that Bane is basically bringing an army to take over Gotham. So, Batman supervillains versus Bane. Almost sounds like a weird interpretation of The Dark Knight Rises. Except their costumes are actually more accurate. Whatever. Alright, I have been you. Thank you all for watching. I am your evil comic geek, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.